Hey internet, it's Pockets. Hello, I'm here to bring you a video about my collection. What collection is that, I hear you ask? Well, that collection is something that is the most requested thing that I've been asked to talk about my channel, really. And the most requested collection to talk about is my badge collection. Check that out, that's pretty cool, huh? So we got a Blue Peter badge, we got a love heart, we got a this belongs to Lionel Richie. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm actually going to do a video on my ukulele. So we're going to take this in no particular order, starting with this one. Now this is a Nashville. It is UK42BN. Now this is pretty much one of my longest surviving ukes. Well, surviving is the loosest term of the word. It's got a massive scratch from strumming far too hard here, and on the back there's some leftover spray paint, and also where I've been drumming with my fingers. So yeah, this one is a tenor ukulele, and this one has a low G on it as well, and it suddenly has a rattle which I never noticed before. Next up is this guy. This is my Baton Rouge Tenor UR4 TCE. This one is missing a string. It broke literally just before I was going to film this, and it sounds really nice, but it needs that high string. This one also has a low G, and it's pretty new. I spent a lot of money on this one in Germany when my ukulele there, I had a Kawaii ukulele. It broke in the tour bus, it got crushed, so I had to buy this one as an emergency, and I loved it a lot. So much so, in fact, that the company who make this ukulele said, "Hey, we see that you like our ukulele. Have a couple more." So that led to them sending me a couple of ukuleles, this being one of them. This is the Baton Rouge V6 Venus, and it is absolutely stunning. It has a lady in the fretboard, which is rather nice, and the back looks beautiful, and it's arched ever so slightly, and the front is even more beautiful. This ukulele is wonderful, it's so rich. Baton Rouge were also very kind to give me this guy. This guy is a UR6 CCE, I think. Yes, UR6 CCE, Baton Rouge. It looks absolutely wonderful. There's the top, and there's the back. It has got a split back, which is cool, and the binding's pretty awesome. And this is also Baton Rouge. It's a little brighter than the other Baton Rouge, but this one sounds pretty freaking awesome, and I quite like it. I very rarely play this one. I should really play it a little bit more often, I think. Okay, so all of these ukuleles have pickups in them. The tenor in the end there is a custom pickup that I put in it. This one here is a shadow pickup. This one is a Missy pickup, and this one is a shadow pickup. The following ukuleles do not have pickups in them. That's because they're a little bit different and a little bit strange. So let's move on to this guy. This guy is a Melody Maker Banjolele. Now what's interesting about this Melody Maker Banjolele is the whole thing, including the stuff that doesn't look like it is made out of plastic. Everything in this ukulele, including the neck and the top and even the skin, is made out of plastic. So what does that mean about the sound? It's very muddy, very sort of... it's an acquired taste. Next up is this guy. This guy is a custom ukulele that I made. It uses a mahalo neck and a tin of Cadbury's roses for the body, and it sounds like this. I made this back in 2008, very close actually to the day I made the Kazookeylele. You can still open her up, and inside we've got a made by Pockets tin ukulele, the 1st of June 2008. Stuart Kraut. That's me, that is. And on the inside it says, "This belongs to Lionel Richie." There's a wee sticker just in there. Pretty cool. It's just a little bit of wood in the inside and then a mahalo neck literally just screwed to the top, and this makes the tin ukulele. Next up is this guy. This guy is a cheapy mahalo. We used to call this the 20-pounder because it only cost £20, and it is the mahalo new bone, apparently. I lent this to my friend Alex for his Ukanaboot episode, and he played this for a very long time, hence the scuff marks on here. And this guy still sounds just as good as it did back in the day. Next up is this little guy. This guy is actually a toy banjo. This was a toy instrument made out of wood and some kind of skin on the top here. And this instrument doesn't have a name on the headstock other than Puke, because I made it as Puke, because I kind of modified it ever so slightly to be kind of playable. The frets are pretty high and everything's kind of weird, but what makes this special is the fact that it is in fact a full octave higher than a standard ukulele. This ukulele is in G, C, E, A, but a full octave higher. It's got a broken string, I'm afraid, because also again it broke shortly before filming, but it sounds like this. Absolutely demonic and should be burned in the fires of hell. Next up is this little guy. This guy is a Sopranino piccolo ukulele by Ayuk. It is again a full octave higher, but sounds so much better than the octave higher Banjolele in the back there. And this is what it sounds like. This is small and dinky and cute. You may think that that's it. In fact, there is 2 more ukuleles to show you. And they are this guy. This is a plastic ukulele, much in the same vein as the plastic banjolele. In fact, this is very old. This is from the 1960s. It's by a company called Fender, as in Fender. See what you did there. They made these. Now, this isn't in a non-working state. The machine heads don't actually hold the tuning. They're far too loose, and I can't replace them because the whole thing is made out of plastic. But I can do this. Can't wait to get this up and running, as it'd be very nice to have a vintage plastic ukulele in my arsenal. And last but not least is this guy. Whoa, that's massive. This is my Kazookeylele. This is the very heavily modified tour version of the Kazookeylele. As you can see, we have a kazoo, which is on a mounted thing, which kind of swivels back and forth, as so. Then we have the actual instrument part, which is the ukulele. Then we also have keys that are in A major. And we have keys that are in B flat major. Which means between the 2 keyboards I can play a major scale. Which makes playing incredibly difficult. This is my most famous ukulele, as it's got a lot of views on the internet, but we don't talk about that. People often get terrified when I do this. It's in fact held together with Velcro, which makes it easier for travel. Also, they're little things of happiness. On the back of the main body of the instrument is a pickup slot. Right here we've got a jack socket for a pickup, which rests just underneath the bridge. Just here. And that's it. That's all my ukuleles. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you really enjoyed this video, please hit the subscribe button. I did actually upload one of these videos years ago about my older ukulele collection. It has changed quite a lot since then. I used to have a resonator ukulele, I had a different banjolele at the time, and this guy was a hell of a lot less beaten up. So if you want to check that out, it's here. You can watch that video now if you like. Anyway, toodles. Okay folks, this is not going to be a funny video. This is just going to be me listing all the ukuleles that I own.